graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Testing 1, 2, 3. How is everybody doing tonight? What is going on? Welcome on into another edition of MLB Diamondzone with your boy JJ. How you guys doing? Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel as well, and turn on the notification bell icon too, and that way you will know when we do go live. Alrighty. Sorry about being a little bit late. The Phillies game absolutely threw us off, but that's all right. We got some baseball going on right now. The games that are currently on at this moment in time, the Dodgers and the Reds are tied up 2-2. The Rays and the Yankees, it's 1-0. Those are in the top of the 8th inning. The Marlins also lead it 2-0 against the St. Louis Cardinals. And then tonight we got the Rangers and the Angels at 9:38 p.m. Eastern Time, as well as Mariners and Athletics. That game will be at 10:05 as well. All right, so those are all the games that we have going on. We are turning on all the electronic devices. And again, apologize, had to go eat, had to take care of myself, and we are on here for MLB Diamondzone. I was supposed to be on at 9, but I had to push it back a little bit. All right, so I guess first we'll go to the Rays-Yankees game. Again, the Rays are coming up to bat. They are in the top of the 8th inning. I also have, what else is on? Actually, let's go to the Dodgers game. We'll do that right now. The Dodgers are currently tied 2-2. That game is in the top of the 8th inning. So once we have these devices turned on, we should be good to go. Yerry De Los Santos is going to pitch for the Yankees, and the first pitch is outside, and the throw over to second is in time. And the runner is out at second base. All right, so in the Dodgers game, it is a 3-ball, 2-strike count to Freddie Freeman with a runner on at second. They tried to see if he went around. He did not go, and the Dodgers have 2 runners on here in the top of the 8th inning, and Terry Francona is actually going to make a move. So let's take off the subtitles here, and let's put on another game here on the iPad. Going back to this Yankees-Rays game, that was a beautiful gun out. Cody Simpson was trying to steal second base off of Austin Wells, and Jazz Chisholm just swiped out Simpson. They called him out at second base. I don't know if they are going to challenge this or not, but we shall see for sure. They're showing a lot of replays of this, so I assume that, yes, they are challenging. All right, so we got the one game on the phone, we got the other one on the TV, and then we have one on the iPad coming up right now. Rangers and Angels will get started at 9:38 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, the Marlins, they lead that game. The score is 2-0. The Dodgers and the Reds, they are currently tied 2-2. Okay, so we have a triple box here. Rays, Yankees, we have Dodgers, Reds, and we got Marlins and Cardinals. Those are all the games going on right now. They're still reviewing this play to see if he is out at second, and he is. He is out. Did you like the Joanne Duran trade? Yeah, absolutely. And if there's any other big trades, we'll let you know about that too. Alec Burleson is up for the St. Louis Cardinals as we go over there really quickly. And he's going to get on with an infield single here in the bottom of the sixth. So the Cardinals are going to have the tying run up at the plate. All right. We'll catch you up with everything in the Rays game. Let's go to the schedule. Let's see if that's on. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike to Yandy Diaz. And the 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball hit over to short. The throw over to first, not dug out by Goldschmidt. And so he gets on with an infield single. Nick, thank you so much.
Everybody show JJ that support and hit that like button. Everyone, if you want to see JJ and Philly halftime collab more, send a goat emoji in the chat.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. You're so sweet, dude. You really are. All right, let's turn off the closed caption here. Let's turn that off. All right, so we're going to actually stay put here out in Tampa Bay for a quick second. It's 1 ball, no strikes. The Dodgers are back on. Oh, boy. So the Dodgers are back on. Why does this keep coming on? 3 balls, no strikes to Teoscar Hernandez. And the 3-0 is swung on and missed for a strike. Wilson Contreras just grounded into a double play for the Cardinals. So there's 2 outs with nobody on. 3-1 to Teoscar, swing and a foul ball. Teoscar had a RBI and a double, and he is 2 for 3 on the evening. Barlow's pitching for the Reds. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Teoscar Hernandez. And the 3-2, line drive, base hit out to center field. The runner from second's going over to third, and he's going to be held up. And so the Dodgers now have bases loaded in the top of the 8th with 1 out. Wow. So, and the Yankees just got out of their 8th inning. They're going to the bottom of the 8th, and they're still down 1-0. So we stay put here out in Cincinnati. Bases are loaded for the Dodgers. And they're looking to try to get a run home. We'll see how that works. The Angels will get started in about 17 minutes or so. And then we have the Mariners taking on the A's at 10:05. Andy Pages is due up for the Dodgers. No balls, 1 strike, 1 away, top of the 8th inning. And the pitch to Pages, he pops it up over towards the first base side and foul ground. First baseman's there. That's Steer, and he'll make the catch. And a big second out as Pages pops out to first. How's everybody doing tonight? We just dove on into the fire. We did, but we tried our best, you know? We've been trying our best. I usually like to come on at the very beginning, but it is what it is. Excuse me. Michael Conforto is due up for the LA Dodgers. Again, still bases loaded. Barlow pitching, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. Can Conforto get on is the question. The Cardinals and Marlins are in a break. Yankees are coming back on. So we'll have to go double box in just a few seconds. 0-1, flied out over towards right center field. And the right fielder, Benson, is there, calls everybody off and makes the grab. And the Reds get out of the inning. The Dodgers leave the bases loaded with 1 out and can't get a run home. And so it's time to go to the bottom of the 8th out in Cincinnati. And with that, we head back to the Bronx. And we see what's going on in New York. Here's the game right here. Bottom of the 8th, Baker is going to go out there to pitch for the Tampa Bay Rays. Okay, so where is it? Saw that Ohtani left the game earlier for the LA Dodgers. Trent Grisham is going to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. And the first pitch to Trent, it's down for a ball. Miles Michaelis has pitched very well for the St. Louis Cardinals. Get you back there in a little bit. 1-0. That is up high for ball 2. So it's 2 balls, no strikes to Trent Grisham. Grisham in the box. No batting gloves, and the 2-0 is fouled away. It's now 2 balls, 1 strike. Why is this not working? How's everybody doing tonight? Let us know down below. James is here. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the 2-1 to Grisham. Fly ball hit out to deep right field, and that ball is gone. And the Yankees have tied it up in the bottom of the 8th inning on a big bomb by Grisham. What a swing. Oh, man. The Yankees are back in business. Okay. Sorry about that. This is now off. All right, and so back to the Cardinals game. We go to that really quickly. There's 2 outs in the top of the 7th. We'll get you back over to the Bronx in just a few seconds. O'Brien is pitching. Here we go. What is going on here? Here we go. Back to the Yankees game. There's a line drive down the right field line. That's a fair ball. Ben Rice is going to get on with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Or a single after the home run by Trent Grisham, that is. Elly De La Cruz is up for the Cincinnati Reds. And he will lead off the bottom of the 8th. Looks like Austin Hayes is in the on-deck circle. Carolina Gal, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that very, very much. All right, we are going to go back-to-back because Bellinger is up for the New York Yankees. And Elly De La Cruz is also up for the Cincinnati Reds. So we'll go back and forth between these 2 games here. Michael has incorrectly joined the chat. Here's the pitch to Elly. Line drive it out to center field. That's going to be caught. And the catch will be made by the center fielder, Pages, for out number 1. Or James Outman, that is. I gotta tell you, just diving on into this, that's not easy. That ain't easy. All right, back to Bellinger's at bat. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Cody. Bottom of the 8th inning. 1-1 is the count. Baker on the mound. And the 1-1 fouled away. Hayes is up at the plate for the Cincinnati Reds. And again, they're tied 2-2. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Back to Bellinger's at bat for the Yankees. The 1-2 is down for ball 2. So back and forth we go. Yankees just tied it up. Trent Grisham in a solo homer. And then They got a base hit. It was a single from Ben Rice. Back to Bellinger's at bat for the Yankees. The 2-2. It's popped up. It's hit out over towards the right side, over towards foul territory, and it goes out of play. Hayes fouls off the next pitch for the Cincinnati Reds, and the count is 2-2 to him. How did the Rays get their first run? It was on a Brandon Lowe RBI double. 2 balls, 2 strikes to both Bellinger and Hayes. Hayes takes the next pitch down low for ball 3. And here's the pitch to Bellinger. There's a line drive. That's a base hit out to center field. And the Yankees certainly have life. And they're going to have runners on at the corners with still nobody out off of Baker. In Hayes' at bat, the 3-2 pitch to Austin is outside for ball 4. So the Reds have their go-ahead run over at first base. Wow. So Bellinger just singled. And Hayes just got on with a walk. The Cardinals are back on. They trail 2-0. They're in the bottom of the 7th. And the third baseman makes an excellent throw over to first from the Miami Marlins. Connor Norby in foul ground just got Pozo. I believe they just got him out. Oh, they called a foul ball. Wow. I thought it was fair. Nope, it's a fair ball. Giancarlo Stanton is up for the New York Yankees, by the way. Sorry, we're not doing as good of a job keeping up with this. And we just threw ourselves into the fire. 2 balls, no strikes to Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton will step out of the box very quickly. The Reds also have 2 outs. 2 balls, no strikes to Giancarlo. Bottom of the 8th, runners at the corners. Nobody out. The 2-0 to Stanton. And he flies this one out over towards right field. And it is a foul ball. Just barely. I bet you're happy getting Duran. I am really happy about that. I'm very happy about that. 2 balls, 1 strike to Giancarlo Stanton. Runners at the corners, and the 2-1. That's on the inside edge for strike 2. Stevenson up for the Reds with 2 outs and a runner on at first in the Dodgers game. And the Cardinals are down 2-0. Pitch to Stanton. There's a line drive. That's a base hit into center field, and the Yankees are going to take the lead 2-1. Let's go. So Stanton gets an RBI single. Back to Stevenson's at bat. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. A runner on at first. The 2-1 pitch is outside and low for ball 3. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is now up for the Yankees. Again, Stanton just gave the Yankees the lead. Grisham tied it on the solo homer in the same inning here. 3-1, and that's outside to Stevenson. And the Reds have their go-ahead base runner in scoring position as well. So Stevenson's over at first. There's 2 runners on. Caleb Ferguson's going to go out there to talk to his Dodgers pitcher. And while that's occurring, let's go back to Jazz's at bat. No balls, 2 strikes. We'll catch you up on the Cardinals game in just a little bit. But a lot of action here. 0-2, popped up. Hit over towards shallow left field. Left fielder says he has it, and he does, and he slides and makes the grab for the first out of the inning. So we do double box. We go double box with the Reds game. Reds are taking on the Dodgers, and the Yankees are taking on the Rays. So it's between these 2 games here. Dominguez is going to bat for the New York Yankees. And Spencer Steer is up for the Reds. First pitch to Dominguez. That's outside and high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Jason Dominguez. 1-0 pitch is down for ball 2. And Steer's at bat. He's down in the count 0-1. Emmett Sheehan is pitching. No balls, 1 strike. The Spencer Steer, and the 0-1 is high for a ball. Bat to Dominguez is at bat. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. There's a ground ball hit over towards second base. The throw, the shortstop. There's 1 to throw to first in time. And so the Yankees get the lead, and they're going to go to the top of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Rays. Devin Williams will go out there to pitch. And so we stay here in Cincinnati. 2 balls, 1 strike to Spencer Steer. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Steer in the box. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Oh, boy. And so the count is now 2-2. Yeah, Bam. They said that the Phillies might do something if it's like a crazy deal for another bullpen piece. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Spencer Steer. 2 outs, 2 runners on. The 2-2 on the way. Foul ball. And Steer stays alive. Haven't forgotten about the Marlins yet. They lead it 2-0 with 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. Ollie Marmol is actually going to make a move. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Steer. Yankees and Rays are in a break. They're ready to go to the top of the 9th. And time is called by Sheehan. Got a lot of action going on. Welcome to Diamondzone. The 2-2 to Steer. That's in the dirt for ball 3. And that will make the count full. We do not miss any live moments. This is like baseball's version of RedZone. That's what Diamondzone is all about. 3 balls, 2 strikes. In the 3-2 on the way, another foul ball by Steer, and he stays alive. The Yankees are back in action. Paul Goldschmidt is now the first baseman, and Devin Williams will try to get another save. He'll try to go for his 18th. Caminero will lead it off. It'll be power versus power, but stick to Steer's at bat really quickly here. The 3-2 pitch on the way, and there's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards the left field line, and it's going into foul ground, and it is dropped by the left fielder, Paez. He tried to go towards that corner, and he leaped up, and the ball popped out of his glove. Oh, my goodness. And so Steer stays alive. The count, by the way, to Junior Caminero is 1-1. Paez had the ball. He jumped up, and it popped out of his glove in the Dodgers game. The 1-1 pitch to Caminero. It's a swing and a miss. Steer's like, man, I dodged a bullet there, didn't I? 3 balls, 2 strikes still to Steer. And the 3-2, another foul ball. Another one. 1-2 is the count to Caminero in the top of the 9th for the Tampa Bay Rays. And here's the pitch. It's up high for ball 2. Steer just called for time. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Junior Caminero. And 3 balls, 2 strikes to Spencer Steer still. The 2-2 on the way. That ball is grounded foul. The 3-2 to Steer, and he fouls it off yet again. He's just not going down without a fight. Back to Caminero's at bat. Williams gets set above the belt. The 2-2 pitch, just outside for ball 3. This at-bat did not even start when Spencer Steer's at-bat was occurring. 3-2 to Steer. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out to deep center field. That's going back towards the track, and it is dropped again by Outman. He tried to make the catch over at the wall, couldn't do so. And the ball's going to be dropped. Going over to third base is Steer. The throw is not in time. And the Reds, they have the lead. Outman almost made a ridiculous catch. A 2-run triple by Spencer Steer. The 3-2 pitch to Caminero inside for ball 4, and so the Rays get the leadoff man aboard in the top of the 9th inning. So the Dodgers just unfolded. Spencer Steer just got a 2-run triple thanks to a dropped foul ball from Andy Pages, and James Outman just could not hang on to that ball out in center field. Meanwhile, the Rays have the leadoff man aboard in the top of the 9th. And Jose Caballero is going to be the pinch runner for Junior Caminero. Williams has only blown 1 save this year. Josh Lowe is up for the Tampa Bay Rays. Lowe 0 for 2. Runner leads off at first. The throw back to first, not in time. For the Reds, they will have Will Benson come on up, but before he comes up, the Dodgers are going to make a move. And so they will have a pitch and change. So we stick here to New York. Lots of drama here. The pitch, and that's outside for ball 1 to Josh Lowe. All righty. And Brandon Lau, that's who it is. Brandon Lau had an RBI double to put the Rays up 1-0 at the time. Rays just lost the lead. Runner goes. The 1-0 pitch is down for ball 2, and so the tying run is in scoring position with no throw made over to second base. All right, the Cardinals, by the way, they're in the bottom of the 8th now. It's 2-0 Marlins. Didn't even get a chance to talk about the Angels game. There's no need to go there. Just a runner on at first. The 2-0 pitch on the way to Low. Fly ball hit out to deep right field. And this ball is it fair? If it's fair, it's gone. It is a fair ball. And the Rays get the lead back. Oh, man. Josh Lowe with a go-ahead 2-run homer off of Devin Williams. Oh my gosh. Williams with his second blown save of the season. And that ball just stayed fair. 3-2 Rays in the top of the 9th against the Yankees. And the pitch is fouled away. The Reds are back on. They just scored another run and now lead it 5-2. They got themselves a base hit from Will Benson. So Benson got on with an RBI single off of Blake Trinan. Stick here to Tampa. And the pitch is grounded over towards the right side. Chisholm has it, throws it over to first. It's in time. Yes, that's amazing. I can't believe Williams just blew that. Espinal just grounded one into the hole. It actually almost hit the umpire. The shortstop and the second baseman almost collided with the second base umpire. And that caused a single for the Reds. Tice is up. He just grounded this one over towards the right side. Chisholm has it, throws it over to first. It's in time, and there's two away in the top of the ninth for the Tampa Bay Rays. Sorry about this. I really wish I would have just went on earlier. But wow. You think JJ put a jinx on Devin Williams? Dude, that's insane. He just blew the save. Top of the ninth, 2 outs, and the pitch is outside for a ball. That's to Taylor Walls. Would love to get you over to the St. Louis game because there's now some drama over there too. One of the pitches outside to Taylor Walls. Lux is up for the Cincinnati Reds. He's down in the count 0-2. 2 balls, no strikes to Taylor Walls. The 2-0 pitch. That is outside for ball 3. Back to Lux's at-bat really quickly. The 0-2, swing and a miss. And finally, the Dodgers are going to go to the top of the ninth. They're down by 3. Thanks to a big 3-run homer by Spencer Steer and an RBI single by Will Benson. All right. 3 balls, 1 strike to Taylor Walls. In the top of the ninth with 2 away. Then we'll add in the Cardinals to the mix. 3-1 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards left center field. Dominguez is there, and he will make the catch. And so the Rays get the lead back and lead it 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the ninth in the Bronx. Okay, this is more manageable. For the Cardinals, they have Ivan Herrera up with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. And he's tied up in the count 2-2. He's the tying run for St. Louis. Miles Mikolas pitched very well. Who started, though, for the Miami Marlins? I'll tell you in just a second. It was Cal Quantrill. 5 innings, 3 hits allowed, no runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts for him. 2-2 is the count. And a pitch clock violation is called on Tyler Phillips. And the Marlins manager is not so happy about that. Skip Schumacher saying, what the heck is going on? I don't know if he got ejected or what's going on, but he's certainly not happy about that. And he wants to go get an explanation. So just to recap what's going on. The Yankees had a 2-1 lead in the top of the ninth. They were really down 1-0 in the bottom of the 8th. Then they got the lead. The Rays then took the lead back off of Devin Williams in the top of the ninth. So they're going to the bottom of the ninth there. The Dodgers were up, and we're actually tied 2-2, I should say. And the Reds, they got the lead. They did. The Reds got the lead, and that was in the bottom of the 8th inning. Meanwhile, in St. Louis, the Cardinals are down 2-0. They're in the bottom of the 8th. And if there's any action in the Angels game, we'll let you know, but that is just in the bottom of the 1st. We just got to stick to these later windows. These games that are in the 9th inning. That's where we got to be right now. The Dodgers are back on Rojas will lead off the ninth for them. The count is 1-1 to him. Connor Joe is playing out in left field for the Reds. Ryan McMahon is up for the Yankees. 1-1, and that's in there for a strike. McMahon down in the count 0-1. Herrera just struck out for the Cardinals, and there's one away in the bottom of the eighth. We'll go back to Ryan McMahon's at-bat right now. The 0-1 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. So Pete Fairbanks is pitching for the Tampa Bay Rays, trying to get another save on the season. Marlins are going to make another move. So they're now out of the picture. No balls, 2 strikes to Ryan McMahon. Here's the 0-2. It's outside for a ball. In the Dodgers game, Miguel Rojas just struck out, and there's one gone. In the top of the ninth. McMahon's at bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ryan McMahon. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. So there's 1 out in both the Dodgers-Reds game and in the Yankees-Rays game. Oh, boy. What's going on, Rising Rhino? Who's up next? It'll be the kid, Anthony Volpe. And Volpe takes inside for ball 1. Freeland is up for the Dodgers. The count is 1-1 to him. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the 1-1 pitch is a foul ball. Back to Volpe's at bat for the Yankees. 1 ball, no strikes. Fairbanks gets set above the belt. And the 1-0 pitch to Volpe, and he fouls it away. We go back to back. Santillan is pitching for the Reds, trying to get a save. The count is 1-2 to Freeland. The 1-2 pitch. And did that hit him? I think it got him right on the foot. It did. Here's Volpe in the pitch, swinging the drive, deep left field, and that ball is gone. We're tied again. Wow. Anthony Volpe goes yard against Pete Fairbanks. The kid being clutch. Wow, what a moment for Anthony Volpe, and Fairbanks blows a save himself. Mookie Betts is up for the Dodgers. No balls, 1 strike to him. The Yankees looking to walk it off with Austin Wells. 0-1 to Mookie. It's a foul ball. Wells is up for New York. Again, it was a 1-0 game for a while, and we just got here when the game got good. 0-1 to Austin Wells, swing and a miss. And so the count is 0-2. For the Cardinals, they have Alec Burleson up. In the bottom of the 8th, he's the tying runner. Betts just laid off of a big pitch. Wow. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Austin Wells. The 1-2 to Wells. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. On the run is the center fielder. Won't be able to make the catch, and the winning run is over at first base for the Yankees. And Betts is at bat for the Dodgers. He's down in the count, 1-2. The Cardinals just got the tying run up over at first base. And so now the go-ahead run is coming up for them in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3 tight games. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mookie Betts, and the 1-2 to Betts. Fly ball hit out to center field, and on the run is Benson. He'll make the catch in the alleyway, and there's out number 2. The Dodgers down to their final out. Here's Grisham. He'll bunt this one over towards third base for the Yankees, and the throw over to first is just in time, but the sacrifice is complete, and that's going to put the winning run over at second. Oh, he's actually caught into a rundown, and the throw back over to first is in time. What was he doing? Austin Wells was just caught off guard, and they're showing a bigger picture. I mean, he was over at second base, and he thought that the play was done. It was not done. The first baseman did a good job at acting like that the play was over and got in his head. Wow. And so that is a 5-3, 6-3 double play, and that's how we're going into extras. Ohtani is up for the Dodgers. 1 ball, 1 strike to him in the top of the 9th. That is so bizarre. 1-1 to Ohtani. 2 away, top of the 9th for the Dodgers. The 1-1 to Ohtani, fly ball hit out to center field, and the ball game is over for the Dodgers. The Reds beat the Dodgers 5-2. And the ball game is over. The Reds come back and they beat the Dodgers. Okay, so let's go back over to St. Louis, because there is drama in this one. It's 1-2 to Wilson Contreras, and the 1-2 on the way is on the inside corner for a called strike 3. So 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. That means we can also put the Angels game on our phone here. They're just in the top of the 2nd with 1 out. That game is still early on. Crazy stuff. Had a crazy ending in Cincinnati, and now 2 games in the later end of their games. Bottom of the 8th, and Nolan Arenado is up, and he takes the first pitch for a called strike. The Rays are going to the top of the 10th. If you love Diamond Zone, make sure that you're on for that. And you hit the subscribe button. The ball is 1 strike, and that's to Nolan Arenado. The Rangers have a runner on over at third. The right fielder for the Angels just could not make the catch. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch. And that is swung on and missed. For strike 2 to Nolan Arenado. Johnny DeLuca is up to bat for the Rays as they start off extra innings. The 1-2 pitch to Arenado, and it's fouled off. So we go double box with the Yankees game and the Cardinals game. No balls, 1 strike to Johnny DeLuca. The 0-1 is outside. The guy that's pitching for the Yankees, too, is Luke Weaver. Cardinals down by 2. The 1-2 to Arenado. Swing and a miss, and the Marlins get out of the inning. All right. And they will go to the top of the 9th out in St. Louis. Yankees back on. It's 1-2 to Johnny DeLuca in the top of the 10th. So now we can just single-handedly focus on this one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And 1 out in the top of the 10th for Luke Weaver. So 1 out there. Rangers had a triple with 1 out. And the runner's still over at third. Now it's 2 outs. pitch. It's low for a ball. To Brandon Lau. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the 10th, 1 away. A runner on at second. That's the ghost runner. The 1-0 pitch. There's a big swing and a miss. And the count is now 1-1. Cubs are acquiring Michael Soroka from the Washington Nationals. One away, top of the 10th. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch is in there at the knees for strike 2. Rangers and Angels, they're just in the top of the 2nd. Not a lot of action so far. Time will be called by Brandon Lau. Marlins getting ready to go to the top of the 9th. The Dodgers game just ended in dramatic fashion. And the Yankees and the Rays, that's been pretty dramatic too. 1-2. Up high for ball 2. Agustin Ramirez is up for the Miami Marlins. That's a result of his at-bat in just a little bit. But here's the 2-2 to low, or loud that is. That's outside and high for ball 3. Volpe has had 6 homers and 5 errors in his last 11 games. Ramirez just struck out for the Marlins. There's 1 out in the top of the 9th. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Lau. The 3-2 on the way. Line drive down the right field line. It's a foul ball. Here's Kyle Stowers for the Miami Marlins. Get you over to him hopefully soon. He just popped it up over towards the third base side. Arenado made the catch. 2 away out in St. Louis. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 10th, the runner on at second. The 3-2 on the way. Foul ball to Brandon Lau. Three balls, 2 strikes. Weaver gets set at the logo, and the 3-2 is outside for ball 4. And so the Rays have 2 runners on. Romero pitching to Otto Lopez, and Lopez takes strike 2. He's down in the count 0-2. I don't know why this keeps refreshing. That kind of ticks me off a little bit. No balls, 2 strikes to Lopez, and the count is 1-2. Yandy Diaz will be the next man up for the Tampa Bay Rays. But before that, the 1-2 pitch on the way. Check swing, he did not go. The pitch was outside. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Otto Lopez. And it's 1 ball, no strikes to Yandy Diaz. The 1-0 to Yandy. There's a ground ball, base hit out to right field. The ghost runner's rounding third. Bellinger's throw to the plate is going to be cut off. And so they're going to have runners at every base. So the ghost runner held up over at third and decided not to go, and the bases are loaded for the Rays. Back to the Cardinals game. The count is now 3-2 to Otto Lopez. Romero gets set at the letters again. The 3-2 pitch. Ground ball. Hit over towards shortstop. Going to be a tough play. The throw to first. Not in time. Lopez beat out the throw. Okay. So bases loaded in the top of the 10th for the Tampa Bay Rays with 1 out. And the Marlins have a runner on over at first with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Meanwhile, the Angels and the Rangers are just in the bottom of the 2nd. Nobody on. Jonathan Aranda is due up next for the Tampa Bay Rays. Wow. What a game. Rising Rhino, how are you? Yeah, Rhino, I couldn't change it, man. I forgot. I couldn't change my bot. I forgot. I've got a lot going on today. But yeah, I should have done that. I forgot to do it. Can't remember everything. I also forgot to put up the bot Ricks for chat logs. The pitch, and there's a foul ball. Maybe like once there's 2 games, once these older games are done, I'll have time to do it. But right now, I can't. I just had to eat dinner and I had to pop on here. But I do appreciate you for saying that. 0-1 pitch, and that's up high for a ball. I'm mad I forgot to turn that off. One ball, 1 strike, and the 1-1 swing and a miss. That's to Jonathan Aranda. Once we get to... Once these 2 games are done here, and we just focus on the Angels game and the 10-15 game, then we should be fine. And then I'll have time to turn off those bots. One ball, 2 strikes to Jonathan Aranda. And the 1-2 pitch is up high for ball 2. Wait a sec. Why is this? By the way, the Marlins have a pitching change right now. The Cardinals have a pitching change. The 2-2 pitch. Another foul ball to Jonathan Aranda. The Rays just can't take the lead yet. If you had Nightbot too, that'd be great. Nightbot takes no crap. Yeah. Two balls, 2 strikes. Weaver kicks, fires, the 2-2. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. Dominguez goes back over towards the track, and he leaps up and makes the catch. And the runner from third will tag on up and score. Oh, Jason Dominguez with an incredible catch out in left field. But the runners all advance, and the Rays do get the lead anyways, 4-3. That was just a bang-bang play. Nothing much else Dominguez could do. I don't know how he caught that thing. But he did a good job tracking that ball down. But the Rays get a sac fly. All right. 2 runners on, 2 outs, top of the 10th. And Caballero is coming up. The first pitch that he sees is a foul ball. The Cardinals just got their final out of the inning, and they're going to the bottom of the 9th. They're down by 2. No balls, 1 strike to Jose Caballero. Came on in for Junior Caminero. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards deep left center field. This should stay in the yard. Grisham's there, makes the grab. And so we're going to the bottom of the 10th inning. Jason Dominguez made an excellent catch. And we'll see if the Yankees can respond as we go to the bottom of the 10th. All right. Now that I'm in a break, guess what I'm going to do? Now we are going to fix the bots, if we can. Okay. Let's turn on the bots. Okay. What are we doing? The bots. Stream elements. Nice. Okay. Okay. Revenue streamer tools. Where are we? Elements. Revenue. Chatbot. Chat commands. Timers. 15 minutes. Save. We're not going to do 3 minutes. We'll do 13 minutes. Save. 10 minutes for this. 18 minutes for this. And then we'll do 12 for this. Diamond Zone will do every 6 minutes or so. Okay. There we go. I think we got it. Voicemail also. We're just going to turn that one off. All right. I think we got it going on. Feel free to like. I'm going to turn that off. Turn off the social media. All right. Here we go. Bottom of the 9th out in St. Louis. And bottom of the 10th out in the Bronx. Yeah. Sorry about that. What fantasy players do you guys have going tonight? Let us know down below. I was just going to ask that too, Rhino. Just had to fix that stuff really quickly. All right. Grisham is going to be the ghost runner for the New York Yankees. And Paul Goldschmidt is up. And the first pitch is fouled away. We got to go double box here because the Cardinals are in the bottom of the 9th. They're down by 2. The count is 3-2 to Yoel Pozo. If he gets on, then the tying run will come on up to the plate. Three balls, 2 strikes to Pozo, and the 3-2 is fouled away. Goldschmidt for the Yankees just fouled off a pitch, and the count is 0-2 to him. So we'll go back to Pozo's at-bat very quickly for the Cardinals. 3-2 pitch on the way. A fly ball hit out over towards right field, and it is going to be a foul ball. In Goldschmidt's at-bat, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Denver's up 153-39. Are ya? 1-2 to Goldschmidt. High and inside for ball 2. In the Yankees game. Pozo is grabbing his bat for the Cardinals, so he's not back into the box just yet. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Paul Goldschmidt. The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And there's 1 out in the bottom of the 10th inning. Back to the bottom of the 9th out in St. Louis. The count is 3-2 to Yoel Pozo. 3-2 pitch. And another foul ball. How about the rest of y'all? Cody Bellinger up for the New York Yankees. We'll get back to his at-bat after this pitch to Pozo. 3-2 pitch, ground ball, hit over to shortstop. Dive and stop by the shortstop, and the throw over to first is in time. Pozo dove in head first over to first, and Xavier Edwards took away a base hit. Pozo does not have a lot of speed, and there's 1 out in the bottom of the 9th there. Bellinger's at bat for the Yankees. The 1-0 to Cody. Swing and a miss. The Mariners are up 1-0 already against the A's. We'll catch you up on that stuff in a little bit. We have drama in 2 games. The 1-1, that's outside for ball 2. Jordan Walker comes up for the St. Louis Cardinals, and he takes the first pitch that he sees on the inside corner. And Bellinger's at bat. He lines this one out to right field, and that's going to tie the game back. It's going all the way towards the wall, and it's now 4-4. All right, back to Jordan Walker's at bat for the St. Louis Cardinals. The 0-1 is popped foul and out of play. An RBI triple for Cody Bellinger, and so the winning run is now at third base. Wow. Just an incredible ball game out in the Bronx. Walker is up for the Cardinals. It's no balls, 2 strikes. 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. There's a timeout taken for the Rays as Stanton is about ready to come on up. 0-2 pitch is outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jordan Walker. The windup and the 1-2 pitch is low and outside for ball 2. Here comes Giancarlo Stanton for the Yankees, and he takes up high and inside for ball 1. Double box. 2-2 to Walker. 1-0 to Stanton. The 2-2 pitch, and that's a called strike 3 to Jordan Walker. And the Cardinals are down to their final outs. In the Yankees game, the count is now 2-0 for Giancarlo Stanton. We go back there for the next pitch. Edwin Uceta is pitching. The 2-0 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. They are not intentionally walking Giancarlo Stanton. For the Cardinals, they have Thomas Segis up at the plate for their final outs. 2-1 to Stanton. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was not even close to being a strike. Segis swings and misses at strike 1. He's down in the count 0-1. The pitch to Segis. Fly ball hit out over to right field. The ball game is over. It's caught by the Marlins, and they come back and are able to beat the St. Louis Cardinals 2-0. The 2-2 to Stanton. Swing and a miss, and there's out number 2 in the bottom of the 10th. Wow. So the Cardinals game is done. They get shut out by the Miami Marlins, and that game is done. Yep, just Jazz is up. The pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over to second base. The throw to first. That's in time. And so we go to the 11th inning out in the Bronx. Tied up 4-4. And the Rays are coming back up to bat. All right. So the Mariners, they lead it 1-0 in the bottom of the first. And Brian Wu is going to pitch. So let's catch you up with these other 2 games going on in the later windows. The Rangers are playing the Angels. There's nobody out in the bottom of the 3rd. We got some action going on there. And the Mariners and the A's, they're just in the bottom of the 1st. Seattle got the lead 1-0 in the top of the 1st inning. It's been a great game between the Yankees and the Rays, and that is what's getting all the hype right now. Okay, so while we're in this break, let's go over to the Angels game because there's a diamond alert going on over there. Campero is up at the plate, 2 runners on, and the pitch is bunted over to 3rd. It's caught, and Campo popped that thing up. And so 1 out. It is a good game. After this, we got 2 games left. Nick Kurtz is also up for the Athletics. Zach Nato will be the next man up for the LA Angels. Rays and the Yankees just coming back on now. Get you back there in a few seconds. Nato takes down for ball 1. Tim Hill is going out there to pitch for the New York Yankees in the top of the 10th inning. He has the most appearances in the American League. The pitch on the way, line drive, base hit out to left field, and the Angels are going to have bases loaded in the bottom of the 3rd inning. All right, here we go back to the Bronx. This is where all the action is. Lowe is up. This is Josh Lowe, and he takes the first pitch in there for strike 1. We'll keep you updated on if the Angels get a run in the bottom of the 3rd. Lowe in the box, 1 for 3. 0-1 pitch is outside and high for a ball. Whew. One ball, 1 strike, and Lowe takes high for ball 2. Mike Trout is actually up with the bases loaded for the LA Angels. 2-1 pitch, foul ball. And the count is 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Brent Rooker just went yard for the Athletics, and they tie it up 1-1 in the bottom of the 1st. Here comes Mike Trout, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. Rooker just tied the game. The 2-2 on the way. Line drive, caught over at 3rd. And the throw back to 2nd not in time in the Yankees game. And there is out number 1. Oof. Brent Rooker just hit a shot out to center. Top of the 11th here, 1 out. Mangum is up at the plate for the Tampa Bay Rays. And back over to the Angels game really quickly. It's 1-2 to Mike Trout. With the bases loaded. One ball, 2 strikes to Trout. The 1-2 on the way, and that's high for ball 2. The trainer's going out there to check up on the runner over at second base because I think it was Caballero. He sort of landed awkwardly when he slid back into second on the beautiful play over at 3rd. So with the timeout there, we're staying out in Anaheim. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Mike Trout with the bases loaded. Again, Rooker tied it up 1-1 in the bottom of the 1st in the A's-Mariners game. The 2-2 to Trout. Swing and a miss, and Mike Trout is down on strikes with the bases loaded. 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd. So if you have Trout in fantasy, he just struck out with the bases loaded. Just struck out with the bases loaded. For the Rays, they have Jake Mangum up at the plate. He singled in the 4th. Nolan Shanuel is up for the Angels. He just took the first pitch for a strike. Mangum for the Rays. They just faked the first pitch. Soderstrom just grounded one out to left field, and the A's are going to take the lead 2-1 on an RBI base hit by Soderstrom. It's 0-2 to Shanuel. Nice. So Soderstrom with an RBI double down that third base line. Back to the Yankees game, the pitch. This one's grounded over to second base. The throw over to first in time. And Caballero goes on over to third. Go to the Shanuel fly ball hit out to right field. And that's going to be caught by Garcia for out number 3. And so the Angels leave the bases loaded. And the inning is done. All right. They're going to the bottom of the third inning. Or the top of the fourth, I should say. Out in Anaheim. 2 outs, a runner on at third for the Yankees-Rays game. Christopher Morel is up, and he takes the first pitch in there for a strike. That was a nice swing by Soderstrom. 0-1 pitch on the way, a swing and a miss. It's 0-2 to Christopher Morel. For the Yankees, they have Dominguez, McMahon, and Volpe due up in the bottom of the 11th. No balls, 2 strikes. Hill gets set. The logo in the 0-2 is way inside for ball 1 to Christopher Morel. He's trying to get another run in their bottom of the first. They just took the lead. It's 2-1. Rooker tied it up on a solo home run. 1-2 to Morel. Ground ball hit over towards shortstop. Volpe has it. Throws it over to first in time. And we're going to the bottom of the 11th out in the Bronx. So Dominguez will lead it off. And the Yankees will have their ghost runner over at second base when they return. And with that, with a break in the action, let's go back over to Sacramento. The count is 3-2 to Miguel Andujar in the bottom of the first, with 2 outs and a runner on over at second. Andujar facing Wu in the 3-2 on the way, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. The A's do get 2 runs. One was on an RBI double by Tyler Soderstrom, the other one on a solo home run by Brent Rooker. So 3 games going on now. Angels and Rangers going to the top of the 4th. The Mariners and A's are in the top of the 2nd. And, of course, the Yankees and Rays going to the bottom of the 11th inning. Oh, boy. Crazy stuff. 3 good games. How's everybody doing tonight? Let us know down below. Let us know how everybody is doing. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for all the Phillies, all the Sixers, and all the Eagles games. A little bit chaotic tonight. We came on in with fire and a lot of stuff going on. So we got 3 games going on. 27 others just ended not too long ago. Yankees will wrap up their series tomorrow. So as we go to the bottom of the 11th, it's been a crazy game between the Yankees and the Rays. It's been absolutely wild. Incredible plays on both ends of the diamond. The Rays trying to hope to keep it an even game, and the Yankees trying to walk it off against Tampa Bay. Kevin Kelly is going to go out there to pitch. The bottom of the 11th, a 6.0 ERA, and 27 innings of work, and they're going to intentionally walk Jason Dominguez. They say no thank you to him. They say swipe left, if you will. The pitch. And that's to Ryan McMahon, and he bunts it foul. And so he's down in the count 0-1. Marcus Semien for the Rangers just got on with a leadoff double in the top of the fourth for the Texas Rangers. The ball's one strike, though, to Ryan McMahon. And the 0-1 is in there. Up there, are they going to call interference? Yeah, or did they call a balk? It's a balk on Kelly. And so that puts runners on at second and third, and that gets rid of the double play. He balked. That's what they called. And the pitch does not count. Wow. So 2 runners in scoring position. The 0-1 to McMahon. Fly ball hit out to center field. And that ball is going to go over the head of the center fielder. And the Yankees are going to jog on home and beat the Tampa Bay Rays 5-4. The Yankees walk it off and come back and beat Tampa Bay in the 11th inning. So we got 2 games left to go. That game was awesome out in the Bronx. So much fun. Alrighty, here we go. Back to LA we go. Top of the fourth, and the runner just went on over to third base. What's going on? What's up, Chris? Yup. This is our Diamond Zone. Not our best one so far because we sort of just threw ourselves into the fire. We're usually really good at picking up pace. But wow. Crazy stuff. So we still got 2 games left. And that's the Rangers-Angels game. We also have the Mariners-A's game going on too. But let's stick over to the Rangers-Angels game. It's 1 ball, no strikes. These games are early. Top of the fourth, a runner on at third. And the 1-0 on the way. Line drive, base hit out to right field. And Wyatt Langford, is going to get himself an RBI base hit. The throw over to second base by the catcher, that's in time. Langford, his hand came off the bag. So the throw was over to home plate. Semien did not get a good jump and thought, I guess, that it was going to be caught, but he was ending up able to score anyways as the throw from right field was drawn to the plate. And then Langford thought about going over to second. Not a wise decision, but 1-0 anyways here in the top of the fourth inning. Okay. For the Seattle Mariners, they will send Mitch Garver up at the plate. He just fouled off the 1-1 pitch. 1-0 Texas and 2-1 Athletics. Kyle Higashioka is up, and it's no balls, 2 strikes to him. I'll see you next time, Chris. Thank you so much for coming on here. 0-2 pitch, and that's on the outside edge for a called strike 3. Going to the bottom of the fourth out in L.A. All right. Just 2 games to go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jeffrey Springs pitching for the Athletics. The 2-2 pitch is fouled off over towards the right side. And out of play it goes. Who do you guys have in fantasy? Let us know down below. 2-2 is the count, top of the second inning. 1 away. Springs on the hill for the A's. The windup and the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And there's out number 2 in the top of the second inning. Oh, boy. Gosh. So 2 gone, top of the second. And Canzone is coming up for Seattle. And the pitch is in there for a called strike. Welcome to Diamond Zone, where we go on for all the live baseball action. We try not to miss any big moment. 0-1 is in there for strike 2. That's the Dominic Canzone. Mariners trail 2-1. Julio Rodriguez hit a solo homer in the top of the first. And then it was Brent Rooker who tied it up in the bottom of the first inning on a solo homer. And Tyler Soderstrom got himself an RBI double. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dominic Canzone. Springs winds up and fires the pitch. That's up high for ball 2. Taylor Ward will lead off the bottom of the 4th for the Angels. Get you back there soon. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Springs winds up and fires, and the pitch is on the outside edge for strike 3. We're going to the bottom of the 2nd out in Sacramento. Excuse me. So we go back to Taylor Ward's at bat. And these are the final 2 games on right now. Still early on. Get in the zone, the Diamond Zone. Redirected to play-by-play with JJ from District Nation. Thank you so much, my guy. District Nation does an awesome job out there, for sure. Dr. DeLay, thank you so much for coming on here. It's been a crazy day here on Play-by-Play with JJ. We had a 3.5-hour rain delay in the Phillies White Sox game. And we were going to do Diamond Zone at 7:30, but obviously we had to change our plans, and we didn't come on till 9. So we just sort of threw ourselves into the fire, and then we had a lot of action going on, and it was pretty it was pretty crazy. I know, man. 1 ball, no strikes. Joe Adell is up. So there's 2 games currently going on now. That's the Rangers-Angels game, which is what we have on, and then the Mariners and Athletics. Yankees, I don't know how they won, but they did. That was a very dramatic game. The pitch. This one's grounded over towards third base. It's picked up by Seager, and the throw over to first is in time. District Nation, how are you? Thank you so much for the redirects, guys. Make sure that you go subscribe to District Nation, and also to Dr. DeLay as well. Really, they are incredible casters on here, and they do such an awesome job. I'm not just blowing smoke up their butt. I mean it. I do. I mean it. 2 outs. Yoan Makonda is coming up, and the pitch is popped up over towards the left field line. And the left fielder's going to let it drop for a base hit. Could not get there, and Makonda gets on with a 2-out single in the bottom of the 4th inning. Okay, so this game is currently now on the iPad, so we can shut this guy down. Or actually, wait, what we could do is we could put the Angels game on the iPad. We'll do that instead. Okay. Two away, bottom of the 4th. A runner on over at first. Logan O'Hoppe is up. And the pitch is swung on and missed to Logan O'Hoppe. How's everybody doing tonight? Let us know down below. The ball is 2 strikes. O'Hoppe in the box. Carlos Cortez also in the box for Sacramento. Evan is here from Fitzy. What's up? Fitzy just came on too. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Thomas Fitzpatrick, please go subscribe to him as well. Covers all things Red Sox and Boston sports. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Logan O'Hoppe. And the 1-2 pitch is just outside for ball 2. So that makes the count 2-2. We have a double box here. The A's are up 2-1. They're in the bottom of the second. Back to O'Hoppe's at bat very quickly. The 2-2 is up high for ball 3. Max Schumann is up for the Athletics with 1 out in the bottom of the second. Brian Wu is pitching, and the first pitch that he sees is a swing and a miss. Got an off-speed pitch there. Back to O'Hoppe's count. The 3-2 pitch outside for ball 4, and runners are on at first and second for the Halos. Here's the 0-1. And there's a swing and a miss again from Schumann. He got fooled on 2 straight pitches. So 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th for the Angels. 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd for the A's. Wu is pitching for Seattle, and Eovaldi pitching for Texas. Luis Rengifo is up for the Angels. But first, we go to Schumann's at-bat really quickly. The 0-2 pitch, fouled away. Rengifo behind in the count 0-1, and the pitch to him is in the dirt for a ball. Some drama going on out in L.A. as the Angels have 2 outs with 2 runners on, and a 1-1 count. Back to the A's game we go to very quickly. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. There's out number 2. And back to L.A., the 1-1 foul ball. That goes to Max Schumann. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Luis Rengifo. Hernandez is up for the A's. And Hernandez will ground it over to short. 1-2 to Rengifo. Line drive, base it out to center field. And so Maconda's rounding third, and the tying run comes on into the plate. It's 1-1 in the bottom of the 4th. And so the bloop single by Maconda, it worked. And by the way, Manais actually just grounded out to short, and so the inning was over for the A's. All right, so we stick here out in L.A. still. Bottom of the 4th, 2 runners on, 2 outs. And the pitch to Campero is downstairs for ball 1. Gustavo Campero 0 for 1 with a line out back in the 3rd. Evan, thank you so much for the sub, my friend. And again, guys, go check out District Nation. Go check out Dr. Delay. They are so great at what they do. The 1-0 pitch to Campero, swing and a miss. The A's are currently in a break. They're going to the top of the 3rd. It's 2-1 Athletics. It's 1-1 here out in Los Angeles. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Campero with runners at the corners. Gustavo 0 for 1. He lined out in the 3rd inning. 1-1 pitch, and that is going to bounce away from the catcher. The runner from 3rd stays put, and the runner from 1st, Rengifo, heads on over to 2nd base. Yes, let's go. Diamond Zone, everybody! That's what we do. We go live for all the games. Great win from my Yankees, JJ. That was awesome. We covered those 3 chaotic games between the Cardinals, Marlins, your game, and the Dodgers, Reds game. That was really cool. 2-1 pitch to Campero, foul ball. So the count is 2-2. For the Mariners, they're back on. Luke Williamson is up at the plate. count is 1-0 to him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. And that's to Campero. And that's down for ball 3. JJ, I'm washed, man. Washed? Washed meaning what? You're pretty good at what you do, man. If anything, I'm just trying to keep this thing going. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over towards first base. The throw over towards the pitcher, who has to go cover first, is in time, and Eovaldi gets the final out himself. So we're going to the top of the 5th inning, all knotted up at 1 apiece. And back to the A's game we go. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Luke Williamson. Top of the 3rd. Nobody on, nobody out. The 2-2 from Jeffrey Springs. Swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts for Springs. And there is out number 1. Dude, how was your vacay? How was your vacation? JJ, was Diamond Zone supposed to be earlier? It was, but the Phillies game got delayed for 3.5 hours. So it's crazy. Well, since I've had to quick covering the A's game because of a tornado warning in my area, I just came here. Dude, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for coming on here. Please stay safe. 1-0 pitch, and that is to J.P. Crawford. And the pitch is on the upper third of the zone for a strike. The Phillies game got started at 5:45, my friend, and it didn't end till about 8:30. So I said, scratch the post-game show. Let's go eat dinner, and we'll come on at 9 o'clock instead for Diamond Zone. And we just threw ourselves into the fire. Plus, I've been getting ready for an event at my house this weekend. Ooh, sounds good, Dr. Delay. 2 balls, 1 strike to J.P. Crawford. The 2-1 pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. It's going to stay in the ballpark, and Soderstrom's there, and he'll make the grab for out number 2. Angels and Rangers in a break, and Mariners and A's on right now. 2 away, top of the 3rd. This is Diamond Zone, where we go live for all the big moments if you are into fantasy baseball. If you love baseball, period, that's what we do. Julio Rodriguez comes on up, and J-Rod takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. I meant to say quit calling the A's game. No, dude, I hope that you stay safe. You know, tornadoes are not a joke. They really aren't. 1-0 pitch to J-Rod. Ground ball, it's sharply over to short, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time. And the inning is over. Bottom of the 3rd coming up out in Sacramento. 2-1 A's. Evan Carter is coming up for the Texas Rangers. It's 1 ball, no strikes to him. And the pitch is just a little bit low for ball 2. There we go. The bats have settled down. We love it. Bats are settling down. Tell everybody to simmer down. Just kidding. Carter, 0 for 1 in tonight's game. Ahead in the count 3-0, and the 3-0 pitch is just outside for ball 4. Everyone subscribe to Play-by-Play with JJ for all the Phillies content, even though I'm a DC guy. He's your man for top-tier play-by-play. Dude, you're really good at what you do, too. I've been watching your channel, and, you know, I do appreciate you, but I can definitely see your channel and Dr. Delays as well growing. Absolutely. With the work ethic you both provide, keep it up. I mean it. I 1,000% mean that. Josh Young is up, and he takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. So Soriano can't find the strike zone here. And sorry, the scoreboard's not back up. There it is. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch on the way. Chopper, foul ball. Mariners and A's are in a break. Rangers and Angels are in the top of the 5th. 1 ball, 1 strike to Josh Young. Toss back over to first, and the throw is not in time. They're on a mission. Yes, they are. We love seeing people that are hungry on here. We really do. It's so important. The 1-1 pitch. That is taken just below the knees, but it's called a strike. Here's Lawrence Butler for the A's in the bottom of the third. He swings and misses on a pitch. And back to the Angels game very quickly. The 1-2 pitch on the way is taken in the dirt for ball 2, but it's going to get on by the catcher. He can't find it, and so Carter goes on over to second base for the Texas Rangers. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Josh Young, and no balls, 2 strikes to Lawrence Butler. Dude, I want to follow your channel, the Ultimate Sports Network. I gotta check you out, my friend. The 2-2 to Young. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. The right fielder, Adele, is there. Or Campero, that is. And he'll make the catch for out number 1. And so the Rangers will now have a runner on over at third base as the runner from second tied up. And so 1 out. Butler for the Athletics did just ground out over towards the left side. And Nick Kurtz is coming up for the A's. Jonah Heim is up for the Texas Rangers as well. I'm not on a level of Dr. Delay. Dude, I want to check out your channel. I really do. So we're going back to Nick Kurtz's at-bat because there's a timeout taken on the mound in the Angels game. And Kurtz takes up high for ball 1. And outside as well. Reds are finalizing a deal for Rays starting pitcher Zach Little. Is that how you say it? Little or Lytle? 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. Heim is up for the Rangers. Again, a runner on over at third base in the top of the 5th there. And 1 ball, 1 strike to Nick Kurtz in the bottom of the 3rd. The 1-1 pitch on the way is swinging and a miss. Heim just fouled one off of the foot. His front foot. Oh my goodness, he is in a lot of pain. One ball, 2 strikes to Nick Kurtz. Bottom of the 3rd, 1 away. Wu winds up and deals, and that pitch is inside and low for ball 2. The trainer is out there to check up on Jonah Heim, and there is Bruce Bochy as well. Two balls, 2 strikes to Nick Kurtz, and the 2-2 pitch, and that is called a ball. That hit the upper third of the zone. Wu is arguing with the home plate umpire, and he certainly has a case. Three balls, 2 strikes to Nick Kurtz. 1 away, bottom of the 3rd, and the 3-2 pitch, another foul ball. Jonah Heim just got up for the Texas Rangers. So he is going to continue the at-bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes, though, to Nick Kurtz. A's lead it 2-1. The 3-2 pitch to Kurtz. Down for ball 4. And Wu thought he should have had him strike out. Well, allows a walk with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. And Brent Rooker is the next man up. All right. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. So Heim's at bat will continue now. Again, a runner on over at 3rd. Made a toss back over to 3rd. It was not in time. Here's Brent Rooker for the A's, and he grounds into a double play to end the inning. On the first pitch, it was hit back over to Wu, and it's called a 1-4-3 double play. And the inning is over. They're going to the top of the fourth out in Sacramento. Heim's count is 0-2. Again, a runner on over at third with one out in the top of the fifth. Non-stop action as we have a doubleheader going on. We had a triple header that was really chaotic. 0-2 pitch on the way to Heim. Swing and a miss. And there is out number 2 in the top of the fifth inning. Soriano, Jose Soriano that is, got the strikeout. And so, 2 away. And can you feel the love tonight? The pitch. There's a ground ball hit over to first base. First baseman has it, and he'll tag the bag himself for out number 3. And the inning is over. All right. I'm going to take a very quick step off. I have to take a step off very quickly. Do not go anywhere. I'll be back in less than a minute. Bye. All right, was that less than a minute? It may have just been a little bit over the minute. Cal Raleigh is up. The count is 2-1. And the pitch, that's taken for strike 2 to Cal Raleigh in the Mariners-A's game. They're in the top of the fourth. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cal. I have a doctorate at being bad at broadcasting. Dude, don't underdo yourself. I do have to check you out though, my friend. 2-2 pitch. That's down for ball 3. The Angels just got their first out. In the bottom of the fifth, it was Mike Trout, or Mike Trout is coming up now. 3-2 pitch to Cal Raleigh. And he grounds a foul over towards the left side. Trout for the Angels, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Pitch to Trout, it's down low for a ball. Raleigh up for the Mariners. Hitting on the right side. Arozarena is up next. Springs, kicks, deals the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Cal Raleigh's down on strikes. Trout just takes a pitch that's inside, and the count is 2-0 to him. Oh, you're going to a trade school, not a university. Whew. 2 balls, no strikes to Mike Trout. And the 2-0 is popped up over towards the first base side. And the first baseman gets there in foul ground, and there's out number 2. That was Smith who caught it. For the Mariners, they have Randy Arozarena as the tying run, and he sends this one out to left field. It's hooking foul, and it'll go well out of play. No balls, 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. The 0-2. Down for a ball. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel too, folks, if you guys enjoy this content. 1-2 to Randy. Off the plate and outside for ball 2. Shanuel is up for the Angels. The 0-1 pitch to him, swing and a miss. Back to Randy's at bat for the Seattle Mariners. The 2-2 on the way to Randy. Ground ball hit over to third base. The third baseman picks it up. That's Andujar. He throws it over to first. That's in time for out number 2. 2 outs in the top of the 4th of the A's-Mariners game. The count is 1-2 to Shanuel in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs and nobody on in the Angels-Rangers game. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And the Angels and Rangers go into the top of the 6th inning. Let's go. Okay. Here comes Josh Naylor to the plate for the Seattle Mariners. He was just acquired from the Arizona Diamondbacks this week. Mariners made a trade for him and made a splash. The ball is 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. Check swing, did he go? They say he did. I know, me too. If you enjoy sports, who wouldn't subscribe to JJ? Well, again, you guys are too kind. You really are. I want your channels to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to help you guys. But I do appreciate the praise. 0-2. That's outside for a ball. One and 2 to Josh Naylor. Top of the 4th. 2 away. Springs comes set. Winds up and fires the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Josh Naylor goes down on strikes on a pitch that was well in the dirt. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Shea Langeliers will lead it off for the A's. So just to recap, it's 2-1. A's versus Mariners. And it's 1-1 with the Angels versus the Rangers. Final scores. The Reds, well, they somehow beat the LA Dodgers. What was insane about that game was in the bottom of the 8th inning. Okay, Spencer Steer put up a 13-pitch at-bat. And part of the reason why was because Andy Pages tried to catch a foul ball and it popped out of his glove as he tried to jump up and make the catch. And then on the 13th pitch, Steer hit a 3-run homer. It went off the glove of James Outman as he tried to make a ridiculous catch. And it was actually, a 2-run homer. And the Reds ended up winning by 3. That was in the bottom of the 8th. Insane stuff. Before we go back out to Texas, the other game that was really wild, the Rays were up 1-0, and that was in the 8th inning. And the Yankees, not only did they tie it, they took the lead in the bottom of the 8th. The Rays then took the lead in the top of the 9th off of Devin Williams. And then the Yankees tied it back off of Pete Fairbanks in the bottom of the 9th. The Rays would then get a run in the top of the 10th. The Yankees got a run in the bottom of the 10th. And then the Yankees walked it off in the bottom of the 11th. Wild game there, too. The Cardinals, they were shut out 2-0 against the Miami Marlins. That was a long game as well. Okay. And so back to the live baseball games we go. We're going to refresh the scores. Shea Langeliers will lead it off for the Athletics in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Just give me 1 second. Stream scoreboard. There we go. Just wanted to update these. One ball, no strikes. to Shea Langeliers. The pitch is outside for ball 2. Simeon is up for the Rangers. Whoops. There it is. Runner goes, and the 2-0 is inside for ball 3, and the throw over the second was not in time. So Simeon is up. Corey Seager got on with a single, and he's now over at second base. I don't know if they're going to call that a wild pitch, though, or not. I don't know if they got him. 7:55 p.m. Eastern Time, a great time tomorrow. Sad I can't be live, though. We'll be live August 8th from the Commanders game. Ooh, dude, that sounds great. 3-0 pitch to Simeon. Line drive, base hit out to right center field. Seager's rounding third. He will score. And the Texas Rangers are up 2-1 as Marcus Simeon continues to have himself quite a day. Nice swing there. Tyler Soderstrom is up now for the Athletics. He's down in the count 0-2 in the bottom of the 4th with 1 away. Brian Wu for the Mariners gets set and deals, and the 0-2 is down for a ball. The Angels currently are in a timeout right now. So we'll get you back there soon. Luis Garcia is warming up in the Angels bullpen. 1-2 to Soderstrom, swing and a miss. And Brian Wu strikes him out. 4 strikeouts for Wu. 2 away in the bottom of the 4th. Big vote tomorrow about Commander Stadium deal also. Yeah, that's right. Here comes Miguel Andujar for the A's. Wu will get set again at the letters, and he deals. The pitch is inside and high for ball 1. One ball, no strikes to Miguel Andujar. Wu winds up and deals and throws a pitch that should have been called a strike. He has not been getting the calls tonight from this home plate umpire. 1 ball, 1 strike to Adolis Garcia in the Rangers-Angels game. And 2 balls, no strikes to Miguel Andujar in the A's-Mariners game. 2-0 pitch, foul ball by Andujar. Garcia on his pitch just fouled one off of his foot. Everybody's fouling pitches off their foot, or off their feet, I should say, in the Texas Rangers game. Two balls, 1 strike, and the 2-1 on the way. Fly ball hit out to left field, and that ball is gone! Miguel Andujar says, see you later. And the A's go up 3-1. The 5th homer of the season by Andujar. Adolis Garcia is up for the Texas Rangers. And so the Rangers, with the 1-2 pitch, it's grounded over towards shortstop. The throw to second, there's 1. The throw to first, that's in time for 2. And a double play for Adolis Garcia in the top of the 6th inning. All right. Whew. I'll be calling every single Browns game this season, hoping to become the spearhead of the Browns play-by-play. Dude, you should. You really should. That sounds terrific. I don't really know of any other Browns creators. So, that'd be great. So, 2 outs in both games. One's in the bottom of the 4th. The other one is here in the top of the 6th. It's Wyatt Langford up for the Texas Rangers. The count is 1-0. The pitch on the way. There's a fly ball hit out to left field by Wyatt Langford, and it's going to hit off the top of the wall. And he will cruise on over to second base, and he gets on with a 2-out double for Texas. Okay. Back to Cortez's at-bat. 2 away, bottom of the fourth. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 second left on the pitch clock. And the 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, and Cortez is down on strikes. Andujar gives the A's a little cushion, though. And they go up 3-1 as they head to the top of the 5th inning. I know 2 other bounce creators, and that's it. That's really 1 ball, no strikes, and that's to Kyle Higashioka. Rangers trying to add on to their lead. 1-0 pitch. There's a ground ball hit over to shortstop Zach Nato, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time. The inning is over. The side is retired. They're going to the bottom of the 6th out in L.A. 2-1 Texas. Okay. 3-1 A's. 2-1 Rangers. Back and forth and back and forth. Any recommendations on a soundboard, JJ? Rodecaster Pro. Stream Deck is also good. I have both. But I run things on a laptop. But Stream Deck, you can do a lot of different things with it. You can use it as a soundboard. You can use it for multiple things. But if you really want good audio quality from your headphones, the Rodecaster is great. It's an audio mixer, and it has an audio panel, and it's, for what it is, it's awesome. I have the Rodecaster 1. I remember when it just came out when I was in school, and I love the Rodecaster, and I got the headset with it. I love the headsets personally, and the reason why is because with a microphone, you have to understand, you might cough, you might have to turn your head, and you might have to lean away from the mic, and the mic doesn't catch everything that you say. If you hold it, you know, it's omnidirectional. This is omnidirectional. And that's why I love the headsets. Because you just follow it. And I could be taking a sip of water, like right here, and it'll still pick up my voice. Cameron, what's up, Cameron? All right, back to Seattle's game. 0-1 pitch is popped up over towards the third base side from Jorge Polanco. And it's a foul ball. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick with the Angels game really quickly. If something interesting happens in the A's-Mariners game, we'll let you know. 1 ball, no strikes here to Taylor Ward. And the 1-0 is inside for ball 2. I haven't really been doing this. I mean, I was doing a better job at it like the last time we did it. But now I've just been going pitch by pitch. And I forgot, sort of settled down with that a little bit. So let's just stick to the Angels game for now. 3 balls, no strikes. That's to Taylor Ward. The Mariners did just get an out. 3-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Both the Angels and the Mariners who are down, they're both up to bat. 3 balls, 1 strike. That's to Taylor Ward. Bottom of the 6th here. Ward in the box. The 3-1 on the way. Swinging a line drive, base hit out to left field. The tying run is aboard for the Halos. Let's go. By the way, in the Mariners game, there's 2 outs in the top of the 5th, and Dominic Canzone is up. But right now, we're sticking with the Angels game very quickly. Unless Canzone gets on, then we might have to go back-to-back. Canzone just hit this one out to deep left field, and that's going back towards the track, and it is caught, actually, for out number 3. Wow. Here's Joe Adele for the LA Angels. And I'll ground this one over to short. The throw to second, there's 1. The throw to first, there's 2. Action upon action upon action. And so a double play in the bottom of the 6th out in L.A. Eovaldi, 81 pitches. He's done a great job for the Texas Rangers. I got you, thanks. Yeah, no problem. Moncada is up at the plate for the Halos here in the bottom of the 6th. The count is 0-1, and the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. Tomorrow I need a break. If the Phillies make a move tonight during the middle of the night and wake me up, then that's something else. But man, 0-2, it's a foul ball. Next pitch on the way, and there's a strike 3 called, and the inning is over. And so the Rangers and Angels are going to the top of the 7th inning. It's 2-1 Texas. They'll be back. Ugh. Man. What do y'all think about your Phillies trading for Joanne Duran? Dude, it's such a great move. It really is. I'm just a little bit nervous now that the Mets got Ryan Helsley and they got Tyler Rogers. That's a good move, too. A is going to the bottom of the 5th. We'll stick there right now. The first pitch is in there for a strike. Max Schumann is up at the plate. He's 0-1 with a strikeout. 0-1 is the count. 0-1 pitch. It's high for a ball. Duran's a very good addition to the bullpen. He's so good. He really is. 1 ball, 1 strike. Max Schumann up at the plate for the A's. And the 1-1 ground ball off the glove of the third baseman, barehanded, and the throw to first in time. Nice play over at third base by Luke Williamson. Bottom of the 5th, 1 away, and Schumann grounds out over to third. Tell you what, this A's team, they have some very good players. They really do. They got a lot of value. One out in the bottom of the 5th. And Hernandez is up. And he lines this one out to deep left field. Forget about it. It's gone. Off the Sutter Health sign. That thing was murdered. What a swing by Hernandez. 4-1 Athletics, and another home run. That's their 3rd solo homer of the game. Meanwhile, the Rangers are up 2-1, and they just grounded out to start off the top of the 7th. Butler comes up and he fouls off the pitch, but we're going to stick to Texas right now as Josh Young is up. He's down in the count 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. That is swung on and missed for strike 2. Meanwhile, my Guardians have not made a move and will probably trade Quan. If they trade Quan, I'm done with the Guardians owner, front office, and everything Guardians in general. Cheap, dumb Dolans. I feel you, man. I do. I feel you, my guy. The left field. And Rosarina just caught it for out number 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Top of the 7th here out in L.A., and the 0-2 is swung on and missed. On the drop strike 3, though, the throw over to first by the catcher is in time. And Jose Soriano, 91 pitches, 2 runs allowed. He's been pretty good. Nick Kurtz is up for the A's. Bottom of the 5th, 2 away, and the pitch, swing and a miss. The count is 0-1. Astros are getting Ramon Urias from the Baltimore Orioles. Wow. No balls, 1 strike to Nick Kurtz. And the pitch is inside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Bottom of the 5th, 2 away. And Wu comes set and deals. The pitch is swung on and missed. Tell you what, Nick Kurtz is another one of those power hitting guys that's probably going to have a very good career, you would think, if he keeps this up. Same thing with Soderstrom. 1-2. That's high for ball 2. Rangers are up 2-1 against the Angels in the top of the 7th with 2 away. Easily a 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs and 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wu kicks, deals the pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. And we're going to the top of the 6th out in Sacramento. But Hernandez gets a solo home run. And puts them up 4-1. 1-2 pitch, and that's to Jonah Heim, and he just grounded on out. So the Angels are going to the bottom of the 7th inning. And it's 2-1 out in L.A. Oh, boy. They're lacking good play-by-play guys. Dude, the Royals might be a good one, too. You know? Dude, let me follow you right now. Before I forget. The Ultimate Sports Network. The one thing that's so cool about this is that I love how we are, like, finding each other. Because I think that that's, like, so good. You know, Rhino and I have really tried to figure out, like, who's, like, up and coming. And we really want to try to take other people under our wing. You know? And that's so nice. So, Ultimate Sports Network, I just subscribed to you, my friend. JJ, what is Alvarado going to do when he returns from suspension? Oh, he's going to pitch. But I don't know. He is not eligible to pitch in the postseason. But he'll be pitching. That's what he'll do. I just don't know what else is going to happen. Doesn't really help that he he did that to himself. All right, so 2 breaks going on. The Angels and the Rangers are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Luke Williamson is actually up to bat for the Mariners. He just took the first pitch for a ball. Jeffrey Springs is still pitching. And the 1-0 is outside for ball 2. All right, so back to LA we go, because that's in the bottom of the 7th. And the first pitch, ground ball, diving, stopped by Josh Young. The throw to first. Oh, my gosh, what a play by Young. That was insane. Josh Young with a beautiful play over at third base. Just took away a base hit and keeps it a 1-run game with nobody on. And Luis Rengifo is the next man up, hitting on the left side. The pitch. That's in there for a strike to Rengifo. Rengifo 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and an RBI as well. No balls, 1 strike, and the 0-1 is in there for strike 2. He really is, Dr. Delay. He's so good at what he does. No balls, 2 strikes to Luis Rengifo. Eovaldi kicks and deals. The pitch is grounded over towards first base. And the first baseman will flip it back over to Eovaldi. That's Smith for out number 2. Williamson just walked for the Seattle Mariners. And so he got on with a leadoff walk in the top of the 6th inning. We'll head back there in just a few moments. But first we got the next man up for the LA Angels. 2 outs now. Angels do have some action going on in their bullpen. Luis Garcia and Reed Detmers. J.P. Crawford is up for the Mariners. Here's the first pitch to Campero for the Angels, and he takes it for strike 1. I feel like it's not as easy to follow along tonight with the jumping around. 0-1 pitch. This one is fouled away. Are we breaking up? How's our audio? Is our audio okay? That would make it even tougher to understand. Okay. Yeah, try to exit out of the app, Ultimate Sports Network. That does happen. Here's the 0-2 to Campero. This one is lofted out over towards center field. But the center fielder's there and he'll make the grab, and the inning is over. And we're going to the top of the 8th. Tell him to try to exit out of the app. 1-2 to Crawford. Crawford flies out to center field. All right, so back over to Seattle's game. There's 1 out in the top of the 6th. They're going to the top of the 8th out in LA. It's fine on your end now. Yep. It's happened to all of us. Here comes Julio Rodriguez for the Seattle Mariners. But yeah, is it a little bit tougher to follow along tonight? I do apologize. I should know better. Julio Rodriguez is up. He had a solo homer back in the 1st inning to give the Mariners a 1-0 lead. Dude, congrats. No balls, 1 strike to Julio Rodriguez. The 0-1 pitch fouled away. All right. We're getting into the witching hours of the late games. Let's go. Charge! 0-2. That's down and away for a ball. We're going to stick to Seattle for just a little bit. One ball, 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. The 1-2 pitch. It's up high for ball 2. The Reds just got Lytle, as we mentioned before. 2-2 pitch to Rodriguez. That's up high for ball 3. Cal Raleigh waits in the on-deck circle. The Mariners are looking to try to get the tying run up. We're sticking to this game right now. The toss back to first, and the throw is not in time. We got our eyes on the Rangers game, but we're staying out in Sacramento for now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Time called by Julio Rodriguez. Smith just grounded out for the Rangers, and there's 1 gone in the top of the 8th. The 3-2 to Rodriguez, and that is down, but Springer was just called for a balk, I believe. Springs was called for a balk. What's the JJ line? That's my hotline. I have a hotline that I use during my post-game shows. I got to take that off for these things. For Diamondzone, at the very least. Rodriguez in the box. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And J-Rod goes down swinging on a pitch that was on the outside corner for strike 3. Meanwhile, the Rangers, they have now 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. And now Cal Raleigh up for the Seattle Mariners. Raleigh in the box. The first pitch, he pops it up. It's hit out towards shallow left field. Soderstrom is there. He'll make the catch. And the inning is over. We're going to the bottom of the 6th out in Sacramento. All right, now we can go back to Texas. It's 2-1 in the top of the 8th with 2 outs. There we go. Now it's easier to follow along. The pitch is grounded foul over towards third. I apologize about that, guys. I'll only do it on back-to-back pitches when there's something that's really interesting. I'm okay with missing a certain play, and I should be, as long as I highlight it. The 1-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2. Marcus Semien is up for Texas in the top of the 8th inning. Always love honest feedback. 1-2. Fouled away. How do you guys think that this is going so far? It's a little bit quiet tonight. I'm a little bit quiet. But I'm so happy to see you all on here. And you have no idea how much I appreciate each and every one of you. Really. The 1-2 pitch. That's a breaking ball. And it's taken for ball 2. And by the way, Dr. DeLay, how was the game? Two-two pitch, another breaking ball. It was a slider, and it's taken down for ball 3. Dr. DeLay says it's good. I really like the idea. Yeah, I do too. I just think that I could have presented it better tonight. 3-2 pitch, line drive, base hit out to center field from Marcus Semien. And a 2-out single by him in the top of the 8th inning. For the A's, they have Brent Rooker up at the plate. And again, we'll get you back over there if something interesting does occur. The Diamond Zone never ends, baby. Top of the 8th, a runner on over at first with 2 away, and the toss back to first is not in time. Rooker is up for the A's. He's 1 for 2 with a solo homer, and he's down in the count 0-2. That game is in the bottom of the 6th, but we're staying here. Runner goes in the Texas Rangers game, and the pitch on the way, and that is taken for a ball. The throw over to second is not in time to get Marcus Semien. Angels thought maybe he got him, but they did not get him. The Reading Phillies scored as many runs as you and I. Oh, gosh. No balls, 1 strike. And that's to Adolis Garcia. And the next pitch, now that's up high for a ball. Rooker just got out for the A's. And Langeliers, he did too. The 1-1 here. Fly ball hit out to deep left field by Garcia. Bye-bye, baseball! Adolis Garcia turning back the clock and doing what he did in the World Series. Launching his 15th homer of the season as well. Ding dong. What a swing. Oh, what a swing. All right, Tyler Soderstrom is up for the A's, and the count is 1-0 to him. He just took a strike. So we'll stay put, though, in Texas, really out in L.A. Just wanted to follow that up, though. No balls, 1 strike to Wyatt Langford, and Langford just fouled off the next pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. Langford in the box. Detmer's on the mound. And the pitch is fouled away. It was a 2-1 game. And then Adolis Garcia doubled Texas's lead. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball gets by the catcher. And so on a drop strike 3, Langford gets on. And the Angels have to get an extra out. So a strikeout, but Langford went on over to first base on the drop strike 3. So they'll put a runner on over at first. The A's just ended their inning. Soderstrom just grounded out. And we have a pitching change here in the top of the 8th inning out in L.A. So 2 breaks in the action. Again, just these 2 games. That's it. These 2 games are left, and there's still plenty of baseball to go. Man. We're going to sleep well tonight, chat. That's for sure. We are going to sleep well tonight unless the Phillies make moves. Then that would be great. It would be great, but it's going to be tougher for me because the Phillies make it tougher for me. They just do. But this is what I like to call the stretch of the season. Let's go. It's the stretch of the season, man. You know, a lot of work. But it all pays off, man. It really does. Dr. DeLay says, you got this. We still have 2 games left to go. I do appreciate this, guys. Even on my worst of nights. This means a lot to me. All right. Let's go back to LA very quickly. Jeffrey Springs, by the way, in the A's game, 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts, and 1 walk allowed. Pretty impressive stuff. I'll go back out there for the 7th, I believe. Nope, Sterner is going out there. All right, top of the 8th. Kyle Higashioka is up. And the pitch. That's taken for a ball. Dr. DeLay says, don't make me cry now. Dude, I mean this. It's been a bad night for me. But I need this. 1-0 pitch on the way. Line drive, base hit out to center field. Kyle Higashioka gets on with a single, and that's going to put runners on at first and second base. Let's go. Very, very nice. So there's 2 base runners on in the top of the 8th inning. Randy Arozarena is up for the Seattle Mariners. We'll get you there in just a few seconds. Evan Carter is coming up to the plate for the Rangers. 2 runners on with 2 outs in the top of the 8th out in Anaheim. The first pitch that's thrown to Carter is in there for a strike. This is Bachman who's pitching for the Angels. No balls, 1 strike. 0-1 pitch is down for a ball. We just saw an incredible play. A Rosarina for the Mariners. Just got to go to this real quickly. A Rosarina hit a ball off the back of Sterner, who was pitching, and Hernandez at shortstop played it on a couple of bounces, barehanded it, threw it over to first, and barely got a Rosarina out. Oh my gosh. That was a very sick play. Hopefully Sterner's okay. That has got to hurt. But he is up, and he seems to be all right. 2-1 to Carter. Line drive, base hit out to center field for the Texas Rangers. Another run is going to come on in to score as the throw's cut off, and the Rangers lead it 5-1. Nice swing by Evan Carter, and the lead increases for Texas. Here comes Josh Naylor to the plate for the Mariners. He's down in the count 2-0, and he fouls off the next pitch. It's a 2-1 count to Josh Naylor. Josh Young is up for the Rangers. 2-1 pitch to Naylor, and that's up high for ball 3. I just got put under another tornado warning. Dude, please be safe. Please. 3 balls, 1 strike. The Angels, we have an update there. Josh Young just got on with an infield single. Oh my gosh. And the bases are loaded for Texas. Crazy stuff. And I think that that's going to be it for Bachman. I think he's done. That's exactly what it looks like. So with that, we're going to have a pitch and change with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning, I believe. Looks like they were showing somebody else warming up in the pen. But the pitching coach is the guy that goes out there. Naylor just got on with a walk with 1 out in the top of the 7th inning for Seattle. So he is aboard over at first. Rangers have bases loaded in the top of the 8th inning. Jorge Polanco is up for the Seattle Mariners. They're down by 3. If Polanco gets on, the tying run would then come up to the plate. First pitch to Polanco is in there for a strike. We're going to have to go back-to-back now on pitches here. 0-1 to Polanco, swinging a drive out to deep left field. That's going back towards the track. Goodbye, baseball! It's a one-run ball game out in Sacramento. Polanco goes up Otako. Oh, wow. Let's go. All right, back to Texas. Bases loaded. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's to Jonah Heim. Texas looking to bust it wide open. The Mariners saying we're not done yet out in Sacramento. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2. That's to Jonah Heim. It's down for ball 2. Gosh. Garver up for the Mariners. And the 0-1 he swings at and misses at it. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jonah Heim. Bachman still pitching for the Angels. The base is loaded. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Inside for ball 3. The count to Garver, it's 1-2. Seattle down by 1. Jorge Polanco just hit a 2-run homer to bring Seattle back into the game. 3-2 on the way to Heim. He just stays alive and fouls it off. Back to Garver's at bat for the Mariners. The 2-2 on the way. And there's a line drive. There's a dive and stop by the third baseman. The throw over to first by Andujar. What a bang-bang play that was. The 3-2 to Heim. Foul ball again. Miguel Andujar flashing the leather over at third for the A's. And making an extraordinary play. And a web gem as well. The 3-2 to Heim. It's down for ball 4, and the Rangers walk in a run as well. Woof. And now the lead is increased to 5. The bases remain loaded. And that is officially going to be it for Bachman. He's done. He is absolutely done. So we stay put out in Sacramento. 4-3 A's. Top of the 7th with 2 outs. I got my own special swing on a missed call. Want to hear it? They're funny, man. Dominic Canzone is up at the plate for the Seattle Mariners. So the Rangers still have bases loaded in the top of the 8th with 2 outs. And they are in a pitch and change. The pitch. Foul ball. It's hit over towards the first base side. Thank you guys so much for staying on here with me. 0-1, fly ball, hit out to right field. That's deep. It's going back towards the track, and it's caught. Butler makes the catch and takes in what could have been a homer. Highway robbery as Dominic Canzone is stunned. And we are going to the bottom of the 7th out in Sacramento. Canzone barely missed a homer, and Lawrence Butler making the best defensive play of the season that he's had. Crazy. What a game. That is an incredible game going on in Sacramento. Dramatics and a game that is just so close. Carson Fulmer is going to go out there to pitch for the Angels as they are back in action. And the Angels trying to keep it a 6-1 deficit. My call. And that one is waved at. That is my swing and miss call. Top of the 8th, 2 away, bases loaded. And the pitch, swing and the miss. You know what, man? Like, I want to, as I mentioned before, I want to make sure that I tune on into your stuff. I really want to do that. But practice, man, like, reps on here, you get better and better. No balls, 2 strikes. That really was an incredible catch. That was extraordinary. 0-2, up high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's to Smith. JJ after innings. I know, Dr. Delay, I know. 1-2. That's outside for ball 2. Andujar is coming up to the plate for the A's. As I just bit my tongue. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called. And finally, the Halos get out of the inning. But nonetheless, the Rangers do get some more runs. And the Angels looking for some redemption as they go to the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 7th here. Andujar's up. Could it be a second one? That ball is ripped, and it's gone. Number 2 of the game for Miguel Andujar. Punch, counter punch. That's his first career multi-homer game. Never did it with the Yankees. And he puts the A's up 5-3. 5-3 A's. 2 solo homers by Miguel Andujar. And Cortez is the next man up, and he grounds this one back up the middle for a base hit. And so he gets on with a single. Brian Wu is still pitching. They are just trying to squeeze the lemon out of him. And a single here in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch that was thrown to Andujar spelled mistake all over it. A fastball right down the middle. That's what you call a recipe for disaster if you're a pitcher. Bottom of the 7th here in Sacramento. A runner on over at first, and time is going to be called. There's a meeting on the mound. The Lake Cleveland being a sports town makes me sad. Hey, man. At least you need the Cavaliers to do well, you know? You need this has to be the year for the Cavs for you guys. Zach Nato will lead off the bottom of the 8th for the Angels. And if that game gets interesting, we'll go there. Bottom of the 7th here, though. Schumann is going to show bunt. Wu will get on over to it. And they'll just have a play over at first. Not at second. And the throw to first was in time for out number 1. It was a nice throw. Taking the vote. Should I call the Yankees and Rays game tomorrow? Says Ultimate Sports Network. Dude, just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do it. Definitely. Reps, reps, reps. If you can do it, do it. The ball is 1 strike to Hernandez, and the pitch is grounded foul over towards the third base side. 0-2 pitch coming on up to Daryl Hernaiz in just a few moments. Sorry, Cortez is the one that got on with the single, and he advanced over to second. 0-2 to Daryl Hernaiz. That's taken up high for a ball. Trout is up for the Angels, and again they trail by 5. 1-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball, foul ball towards the third base side. The more you talk, the better you get. Reps, reps, reps. If there's anything I learned from Scott Fransky when I met him, he said, with all due respect, that you're doing like 2 games a week, correct? Or how many games a week are you doing play-by-play for? I said 2. He said you need to get reps. You got to get into the lab. The pitch, ground ball, base hit out to left field, and the A's have runners at the corners. Guess I'm just Nike now. Just do it. The Mariners are going to make a pitching change, and they are hoping to just try to keep it a 2-run deficit. Hernaiz has had an incredible day. And again, runners are at first and third with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. So that's going to be it for Brian Wu. His night is done. And we'll see who comes on in next for the Seattle Mariners. Shanuel is up for the Angels. Mike Trout did get on base. I believe he singled. I believe that's what happened. Again, they're in the bottom of the 8th. There's 1 away. Nolan Shanuel is up, and he fouls off the first pitch that he sees. It's a lot easier to follow along now, right, folks? Right, guys? Nate Eovaldi, 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And Jose Soriano, 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. OBS is a lot better. I've been trying to tell people that. But, you know, everybody has their own preferences, but I like OBS. 1-1 pitch. That's taken down for ball 2. Shanuel in the box. The 2-1. Outside and low for ball 3. Oh, Dr. Delay. Drop your Discord. I remember you asked me that for before. I'm so sorry about that. I forgot to post it. Mine is at PBP with JJ, I believe. If he's still on here. And you guys are more than welcome to add me on Discord. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Nolan Shanuel. It's 3-2 to Nolan in the bottom of the 8th. Milner pitching for the Texas Rangers. 3-2 pitch. Foul ball. Give me an idea. Good. 3 balls, 2 strikes. A runner on over at first. 3-2. Foul ball. Do like this, but for basketball and football. Diamond Zone, yeah, I love Diamond Zone. It's like NFL RedZone, except we do it for baseball. Yeah, it's cool. 3-2 on the way, and there's a high fly ball. This one's hit out to deep right field, and that ball is gone. Shanuel is able to cut the deficit in half. And the Angels are back in the ball game. That was a towering fly ball. And it left the yard. Lawrence Butler up for the A's, and he just struck out. And so there's 2 outs. Gabe Spire is pitching, and so there's 2 outs. In the bottom of the 7th, that is. The Rangers are going to make a pitching change. So the Angels game just got interesting. There's only 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Nick Kurtz is up to bat for the Athletics. Spire kicks and deals. And the pitch is bounced foul. Gabe Spire this year. Give us 1 second. Get you his stats. But Nick Kurtz is 0 for 2 with a walk. It was back in the 3rd. The ball is 1 strike. And the 0-1 is on the inside corner for strike 2. Yeah, it's literally in the LINKTREE, Scott. If you copy and paste the LINKTREE, it should be there. I should get an extra bot for that. Or actually, wait. If you just type on in !Discord, it should show up. I believe. There it is, right there. There's my Discord server. Right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Spire trying to get out of the jam. 1-2 pitch on the way to Kurt. Swing and a miss. And the inning is over. The side is retired. And we are going to the top of the 8th. Miguel Andujar, though, gives the Athletics a 2-run lead with his 2nd solo shot of the ball game. Yeah, if you just do Discord, !Discord, that will show my Discord. Now, !LINKTREE, I'll work on that another time. But !Discord definitely will show my thing. There it is. All right. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Angels. Adele just flied out to center. Yeah, so I understand. I gotta do that. That's not a big deal. Bottom of the 8th, Joe Adele is up. And Adele takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Angels down to their final 4 outs. They just cut the lead, though, to 3. On a 2-run shot by Nolan Shanuel. The ball is 1 strike, and the 0-1 is in there for strike 2. Adele in the box, facing Armstrong for the Rangers. 0-2 pitch. Another foul ball. And he'll stay alive. The ball is 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over towards first base. And that is going to be an infield single. The first baseman just had it go under his glove. And Smith could not make the play there. And so, a runner on with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And we're going to have to go double box because the Mariners, who were down by 2, they're up to bat as well. Jeez. A lot of action going on as the games continue to get later in these 2 late windows. 1-0 pitch, and there's a line drive that's caught out in right field. Young for the Mariners lines out, and there's 1 away in the top of the 8th inning. No balls, 1 strike to Yoan Moncada. Crawford is up to bat again for the Mariners. 0-1 to Moncada. That is down for a ball. Crawford in the box for Seattle. And the pitch is down and in for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Yoan Moncada. And the 1-1 is down for ball 2. Crawford's at bat. The count is now even at 1 apiece. 5-3 A's against the Mariners. And 6-3 Texas against the Angels. Back to Crawford's at bat. He'll foul off the next pitch. Moncada fouls off the next pitch too. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Absolutely, Dr. Delay. For sure. The 1-2 on the way, and that's down for ball 2 to J.P. Crawford. I'll get back to your comment in a second, the Ultimate Sports Network. 2-2 in both counts here. The 2-2 pitch to Moncada. He stays alive. In Crawford's at-bat, he also stays alive. The pitch was just going inside to Crawford, and he just fouled it off. Bottom of the 8th out in L.A. The 2-2 to Moncada. There's a fly ball. It's a foul ball. Crawford will ground this one over towards second base. The throw to first is in time. And there's out number 2. And so 2 up, 2 down in the top of the 8th for the Seattle Mariners. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Moncada. And the 2-2 again. It's fouled off again. Suarez back to Seattle. Wow. Here's the pitch to Rodriguez. He takes it down for a ball. That's J-Rod. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Another foul ball by Moncada. Rodriguez takes the next pitch outside for ball 2. And so it's 2-0 to J-Rod. Back and forth we go. The 2-0 to J-Rod, another foul ball. Moncada with the 2-2, and he takes it up high for ball 3. Two balls, 1 strike to Julio Rodriguez. And the pitch to J-Rod, fly ball hit out to right field. That's going to stay in the yard, and it is caught for out number 3. And we go to the bottom of the 8th out in Sacramento. In Moncada's at-bat, he just fouled it off again. A 10-pitch at-bat to Yoan Moncada. 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And so we go to the top of the 9th inning out in Los Angeles. And the Rangers are coming back up to the plate. And so the Mariners are going to the bottom of the 8th. The A's lead at 5-3. The Angels are down 6-3. And so we have some back-to-back action going on. What's up, James? Going back to the Stephen Kwan chat we were having, the Ultimate Sports Network. Yeah. I would be willing to part ways. I know that the Phillies just parted ways with Mick Abel. I'd be willing to trade Aiden Miller, another pitching prospect, and probably, if you want, Brandon Marsh. I'd be willing to, I would be willing to trade Brandon Marsh or Max Kepler. But you probably would not take Max Kepler. Reports Cubs and Guardians are working on a blockbuster trade involving Kyle Tucker and Shane Bieber. What? Why? Why would the Cubs do that? Oh, that'd be so stupid. Tucker? What are they doing? Yeah, we saw that too. All right, Brent Rooker is coming up for the A's, and he launches this one out to deep left field. It's just a foul ball, though. Ooh. Gosh. They thought about reviewing it. It was barely foul. No balls, one strike to Brent Rooker. Corey Seager is also up for the Texas Rangers in the top of the ninth. But we're staying on Rooker's at bat right now. 0-1, swing and a miss. Seager just got on with a single for the Rangers, and the leadoff man is aboard out in L.A. The ball's 2 strikes to Brent Rooker in the 0-2. It's way up high for a ball. Edward Bazardo is pitching for Seattle. Simeon is up for the Texas Rangers. The 1-2 to Rooker, though, is low and outside for ball 2. Dylan Moore's over at third base for the Mariners. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brent Rooker. The 2-2, down for ball 3. Three and 2 is the count. Shea Langeliers up next. 3-2 to Rooker. Another foul ball. Also talk about the Guardians trading Quan and Bieber for Paul Skeens. Gosh. It's 3-1 to Marcus Semien and 3-2 to Brent Rooker. Payoff pitch, another foul ball. We'll go to Simeon's at bat really quickly, and he'll ground this one over to shortstop. Backhanded by Neto, the throw to first. There's one. The throw to first, not in time. And back to Rooker's at bat. The 3-2 pitch, another foul ball. So Simeon just grounded on into a 6-4 fielder's choice. He was able to beat out the throw from second baseman Rengifo, just barely. So they called him safe. 3-2 to Rooker. Ground ball, hit back up the middle for a base hit. Brent Rooker with a 2-hit game. He had a homer back in the bottom of the first inning. And so he leads off the bottom of the 8th with a single. Oof. What in the fake news am I reading? Crazy. So we got Langeliers up for the Athletics. And we got Garcia up for the Rangers. Stick to Langeliers real quick, and the first pitch that he takes is in there for strike 1. Shea 1 for 3 with a single in the first, a run scored, and a stolen base as well. No balls, 1 strike to Shea Langeliers. And he flies the next pitch out over towards right field on the run to make the grab for out number 1 is Canzone. In L.A., the 1-1 pitch to Garcia. He'll bloop this one out over towards first base, and it's caught by Shanuel. And Simeon heads back to the bag. You'd like to be a police officer, so you'd like to be like Trent Grisham, the cop. Soderstrom up for the Athletics with 1 out. He's 1 for 3 today. He had an RBI double back in the bottom of the first. 1 ball, no strikes to him. The 1-0 pitch fouled off. The guy that's up for the Rangers, that's Wyatt Langford. Langford is tied up in the count 1-1. O'Hoppe just took a tumble. 1-1, the Soderstrom swing and a miss, so he was thinking fastball there, and he got a slider on the inside corner at the knees. 1-2 to Tyler Soderstrom. The windup and the next pitch on the inside corner for a called strike 3. And there is out number 2. Langford ahead in the count 2-1 for Texas with 2 away. And the pitch that he sees, he pops it up. It's a foul ball, though, and it goes out of play. Andujar has 2 homers for the A's, and he's up to bat now. The pitch. And that is taken inside and high for a ball. Fulmer is behind in the count 3-2 for the Angels. Defensive indifference as Rooker went over to second in the A's game. One ball, 1 strike to Miguel Andujar. And here's the 1-1. And there's a line drive played on the bounce by the shortstop. That's J.P. Crawford. The throw to first in time. We're going to the top of the 9th out in Sacramento. And we're going to the bottom of the 9th out in L.A. Both teams down to their final 3 outs. And we'll see what happens in both games. Yankees won yesterday by a walk-off. Dude, that was a wild game. Taylor Ward, according to multiple scores, a source is heading to Cleveland, apparently, but no official confirmation yet. Well, I didn't see him leave the game, so I didn't see him hugging everybody. Rob Thompson has been fired, according to Phillies fans. According to hopeful Phillies fans. That was funny. Guys, these are the dog days of baseball. Love it. Absolutely love it. Pushing through, grinding through, and not stopping. All right, so the A's are going to the top of the 9th. The Mariners are down to their final 3 outs. The Angels are going to the bottom of the 9th, and they're down to their final 3 outs as well. O'Hoppe will lead it off for the Angels, and leading it off for the Mariners, it will be, I believe, Randy Arozarena, but I will double-check that for you in just a second. It'll be Cal Raleigh. They said that, but I thought Cal Raleigh was up in the 8th inning. All right, we're going to the Angels game first as they start off the bottom of the 9th inning right now. Congrats on getting Duran. Dude, congrats to you on getting Helsley and Rogers. Oh, my gosh. Your bullpen is scary good. O'Hoppe is up in the first pitch, swing and a miss. So both the Angels and the Mariners down to their final 3 outs. And Cal Raleigh, is due up to bat for the Mariners. First pitch to Cal, swing and a fly ball, hit out over towards shallow right field. The second baseman's there, makes the grab, 1 away in the Mariners game. O'Hoppe for the Angels down in the count 0-2. Garcia kicks and deals, and the 0-2 is chopped foul. Guys, go subscribe to Pure Adrenaline Sports for all the Mets fans that are out there. For the Flyers fans, too. That's my guy. Randy Arozarena is up for the Mariners. The 0-2 to O'Hoppe, foul ball. No balls, one strike to Randy Arozarena in the 0-1, swing and a miss. Perkins is pitching, by the way, for the A's. Back to O'Hoppe's at bat. The 0-2 on the way, swing and a miss. One out in both games. There we go. 0-2 to Arozarena, and that's up high. Not by much for ball one. Next man up for the LA Angels is Luis Rengifo. Back to Arozarena's at bat, though. The 1-2 pitch to Randy, and there's a fly ball. This one's hit out to deep left field, and that ball is gone. Oh! It's 5-4. The Mariners aren't done yet either. To the Angels game really quickly, and that ball is flied out over towards left center field, and that is going to be caught, and the Angels are down to their final outs. So Campero just flied out, and so one more out to go in LA. First pitch to Campero, and he takes it for a ball. Campero is up, excuse me. Josh Naylor batting for the Mariners. Get you back to his at-bat right now. The first pitch. And it grounds this one over towards second base. And the throw over to first in time. And so both teams down to their final outs. Campero with 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. The pitch. And so the Angels now down to their final strike. Arozarena, by the way, 13 homers since June 30th. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And the ball game is over out in LA. And so one final game to go. The Mariners will have Jorge Polanco up at the plate. And the count is 1-0 to him. Rangers won their game against the Angels. And the final game, here it is. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jorge Polanco. One outside for ball 2. Polanco hit a 2-run homer in the 7th inning out over the left field. 2 balls, 1 strike. The windup and the 2-1. That's in there for strike 2, right down the middle. Seattle down to their final strike. A's fans on their feet. Perkins not wasting any time. Comes set and fires. And Polanco grounds this one over to first. Kurtz has it, and he'll take it to the bag. And that ball game is over. And the A's, they hang on and beat the Mariners by a final score of 5-4. Nice. So the day of baseball is done. And the A's, they won and continue to stay hot. Let's go. Ay, ay. I'll take it. All right. So let's recap very quickly on what happened today in baseball. All right, so first of all, the Blue Jays, they beat the Orioles by a final score of 9-8. That game was incredible. The Orioles had so many chances, and they almost took the lead. They almost came back and won that game against Toronto, but it was just not enough. The Red Sox, they put up 13 runs today against the Minnesota Twins. 13-1 was the final score there. The Tigers outplayed the Diamondbacks 7-2. The Cubs, they put up 10 runs against the Brewers and won 10-3. The Royals, they walked it off in the 10th. My gosh. And won by a final score of 1-0. The Astros, they outplayed the Nationals 9-1. That was a blowout there. We saw the White Sox demolish the Philadelphia Phillies 9-3. The Pirates, they beat the Giants in extras and won 2-1. And the Padres, they shut out the Mets by a final score of 5-0. So did the Guardians. They won 5-0 against the Colorado Rockies. And then we came on for Diamond Zone. And what did we see? We saw the 3 endings of 3 awesome games, including this one. Yankees, they won 5-4. How about the Yankees? Because they were down 1-0 going into the bottom of the 8th. Trent Grisham hit a game-tying solo homer. The Yankees then got the lead on an RBI base hit by Giancarlo Stanton. That made it 2-1. The game went to the top of the 9th. Devin Williams blew the save and allowed a big 2-run homer, and he gave up the lead. The score was then 3-2. And then the Yankees tied it up in the bottom of the 9th on a home run by Anthony Volpe to make it 3-3. And then the Yankees walked it off in extra innings. It took them into the 11th inning for them to walk it off. Josh Lowe was the one who hit the 2-run homer in the top of the 9th as Williams blew the save. The other game that occurred was the Reds-Dodgers game. That also had a wild finish, too. The Dodgers blew it, and the Reds won 5-2. The Marlins, they shut out the Cardinals 2-0. And in the very late window games, you got the Rangers who beat the LA Angels 6-3. And the Mariners, they lost 5-4 to the Athletics. A lot of games today in baseball. All 30 teams did play, but it was a lot of fun covering this. And that is going to pretty much wrap up our 6th episode of this. We only got to do it for 3 hours. Again, we apologize. The Phillies game was delayed for 3.5 hours, so we would have been on here earlier, but that's just how it goes sometimes. All right, I better keep my phone on. I better turn off Do Not Disturb and wait to see if Dave makes extra moves. If he does, we'll have you covered for it. We most certainly will. I love you all very, very much. Thank you for staying on here and dealing with me on a day where I did not even have my best stuff. It means a lot, and we pushed through it. We battled, we grinded, and that's just what we do on this channel, you know? And I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. Lila Tov, good night. I will catch you all on the next one. Bye. Love you all.